Hello everybody, Jake, your resident content cowboy here, Yeehaw, and today you and I are going to be watching along with the Pokemon Unite Championship Series Latin America Finals here. We're going to be watching from Brazil against Elite 5, two top teams in Latin America, and this should be really cool. I've heard exciting things about the meta in Brazil. I've heard they're very, very good. On our purple side, we have Team from Brazil, orange side, Elite 5, and you can see the items almost exactly the same. Both teams running a Dragonite in that central area here, and we do have the only real difference is Mr. Mime. I think everything else is the same. Completely the same item-wise, completely the same Pokemon-wise. I wonder if we're going to see the same move sets. So obviously, you know, just like any region, a dominant meta has formed, and now we are seeing it here. We're watching from Brazil. Actually, they won that engagement at that first Audino, and you can see them being extremely aggressive here in this bottom path. Ooh! That was close. That was a close catch by Mr. Mime there. Those early catches are very nice, but not able to stop anyone with that wall. Got very, very close right there. And I would love to see who they let take this, who gets to evolve here. We do have Slowbro now from Brazil. And, ooh, a big fight happening up here in the top. Are they able to take them down? Wow. Oh, my gosh. That Dragonair actually gets out of there. So I thought From Brazil was going to trade there. They were going to lose a Dragonair. Elite 5 was going to lose that Lucario, but that is not the case. Able to make it out. And now it looks like, yeah, this Dragonair's going down, right? Yep. Big moves from Brazil. Early lead here in this top path. And actually, the Lucario went down for it, though. Interesting play there. And it looks like in this bottom path, it looks like the Pikachu Baby Mazo was able to pick up a lot of the wild Pokemon in that fight there. And it is using Electro Ball. So Electro Ball isn't used as often in other metas, but I have seen it start to rise in prominence. The big thing with Electro Ball is you are last hitting very well, and you're getting a ton of KOs with it if you can get an early level lead. And we can see this Pikachu is pretty relentless here. Volt Tackle Electro Ball Pikachu. You love to see it. I can't believe it makes it out of that one. Wow. Electro Ball versus Electro Ball. I would love to see the movesets here. And again, the real difference is the Slowbro in that bottom path. You're seeing a lot more Slowbro lately. Very little Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime has really fallen out of prominence in the meta. Both teams with the Dragonite. So I assume both teams are going for hard pressure around objectives. We've got kind of a fight here in this central area. Is Lucario able to clean this up? If he could, this would be really nice for Elite 5 right here. So close. No. Yes. Okay, Elite 5 does take it out with their Dragonair. Huge fighting here in this top path. There's been a lot of back and forth here. We do have our first Dragonite. Elite 5 has the Dragonite, and that's going to be huge, making their way down to the bottom path. Obviously, we want Dragonite on from Brazil's side as well. It's going to be so much harder for from Brazil to secure this Dreadnought without a Dragonite. Yeah, and you can see Elite 5, I love this play right here. They're just full on going for it right away. Ooh, having to back out actually because of a really nice Slowbro Surf right there. Interesting. And we could see it looks like Lucario's in the back line just kind of trying to do as much damage as possible. Both Lucarios diving really deep, and now we have Dragonite from Brazil here. We have the Hyper Beam ready to go. This should be a secure yes from Elite 5. That is just that early Dragonite advantage. You get Dragonite early, and you're able to secure that objective there. Interestingly enough, I saw that both Dragonites are not running a Score Shield. They are running Muscle Band, Focus Band, Buddy Barrier. So obviously they care more about being able to survive in those moments. And I'm assuming the big thought is, look, I just want this Pokemon to be around so that it can hopefully take out one of these big objectives, right? Now we're seeing the top path. Both Pikachus are here. We almost have level 9 here on Baby Mazo. Of course, once we have level 9 Pikachus, Unites are going to come just about every minute here. And you can see Dragonite continuing to farm up. Right now, Elite 5 doing very well. You know, that early Dreadnought advantage is going to be big for them. They're going to have more Unite moves oftentimes than their counterpart team from Brazil here. So let's see. Lucario just trying to farm up in this bottom path, not able to make it out of there. And it looks like we don't have a lot of pressure on this Rotom. I think it is being taken by From Brazil. Yeah, they were able to take it with their Hyper Beam up in that top path here. And now we have 3 on this bottom path for Elite 5. I wonder if Elite 5 is planning on breaking this goal or not, or if they just like putting this pressure here. But here comes in Extreme Speed Lucario. Oh man, this is pretty big. It could get maybe the whole team here. Let's find out. No, it is pushed back here. Although Slowbro comes in, grabs the Lucario here from Elite 5. The Slowbro difference could be big. If we see that Slowbro grab a lot of the big carries from Elite 5, that could be the game. You got to imagine both teams are hoping that their Dragonites are going to secure all of the objectives, right? However, that might not be the case. If you're able to grab it with a Unite move, you can kind of shut down the Dragonite from having the ability to secure that objective here. And that might be the plan from Brazil. Dreadnought coming up, taken actually by the Eldegoss on From Brazil. That feels like a lucky catch there, because that was so close to getting Hyper Beamed by Elite 5. And look at that. Big win here from Brazil. They have now broken both top and bottom goals. And interestingly enough, it felt like From Brazil and Elite 5 were trading pretty well early on, but right now From Brazil has a pretty solid lead. Over 100 points, both goals gone, just got that most recent objective, and now they're going to be able to sort of harass them in this bottom lane, and at the same time prepare themselves for this fight up in the top path when Rotom comes. And this Rotom is so much better from Brazil because it can push towards that secondary goal. It's just such a valuable Rotom in that sense. And look at these. We've got Extreme Speed Bone Rush Lucario. You don't see this as much as you used to, just because every Lucario build is good right now, but huge Unite pressure coming down here. And it looks like Elite 5 is completely abandoning this top path Rotom, doesn't care about it at all. They made this big push in the bottom path here, and right now the game is close. Only 2 points separate these teams. This is almost certainly going down here. It's going to be very hard for anyone to stop this Dragonite. Yeah. It had its Hyper Beam ready to go. You saw the other Dragonite coming in for, you know, an attempted steal, and you like the play, but, you know, our Dragonite Yuuzhan here had its Hyper Beam ready to go. Full stacked, just blew it up. So that's what Dragonite does. And if you're not able to shut down a Dragonite, it's going to take every objective from you. A lot of the time, we're not seeing Dragonite as much anymore because we're actually seeing more teams with Pokemon like Slowbro, more Pokemon like Cinderace, like things that are able to grab them, and then you've got a carry like Cinder that just gets rid of them immediately. Teams recognize that if Dragonite is alive at a big objective like that, it will secure the objective. Dragonite right now soloing Dreadnought in this bottom path, and you can see Elite 5 here. That's not the fight that they want. They kind of want to mess with the enemy a little bit here. It looks like maybe they're trying to farm a Unite for their Eldegoss and just get ready for this Zapdos here. This could be a full-on flip. We have both teams here. Both Dragonites are almost in position. Elite 5 is making their way here. Dragonite's going to fight this, while at the same time just making sure that it has its Hyper Beam ready to go. So the Eldegoss from Elite 5, is it still trying to get experience? Is it AFK? I'm not sure what's happening with this Eldegoss from Elite 5. Do we have we had an AFK or something like that? And maybe that is what's happening here. Maybe Elite 5 is down a player, actually. Elite 5 just kind of waiting here. They don't want to engage in this fight because they're definitely down a member right now. I think I think someone disconnected. I think we have a disconnect, unfortunately, for Elite 5. And that's going to make this fight extremely difficult here. The enemy Eldegoss is going to be able to shield up their team. And now Eldegoss is coming back, it looks like. So I don't know what was happening there, but it looks like they are on their way back. Pikachu just kind of dealing damage to Zap right here, getting it ready to be taken down. Basically, From Brazil is saying, look, if you're not going to engage in this fight, we will take Zap from you. And we can always have our Dragonite just kind of move up and try to get it here. Big Unite's coming down. Ooh, they're trying to catch this Dragonite here. And there it is. There was the Slowbro Unite onto the Dragonite from Elite 5. That's clearly the strategy that they are going for in this is you've got a Dragonite, we've got a Dragonite, but we are going to shut yours down with our Slowbro. That was the plan there. And now we see Elite 5 having to back up here. They did lose their Mr. Mime. However, From Brazil lost their Lucario. And now, again, we just have this little fight. You know, Pika's starting Zap. The question is anyone going to try to get this? Dragonite from Elite 5 going for a sneaky score. This feels like a huge mistake almost. Does this Zap go down? It will. It will go down. And then scores coming out. Anyone? Yes, 100 from Brazil. Wow, that was a nail biter. So, wow. A few things I'm surprised by. The timer was really going down, and it was apparent that someone was going to sneak off and score there. So that was a really scary moment from Brazil, who was ahead, but basically neither team could feel very comfortable in that lead right there. I'm shocked that came down to the last final seconds there. That was pretty intense. All right, let's head on to game 2 here. I don't know if the teams are going to switch up their strategies at all. Let's take a look at the Pokemon Select. No, looks about the same. They're going to keep it there. I mean, you've got to imagine for Elite 5 and From Brazil, both teams just barely skating by. If I'm Elite 5, of course, I'm a little worried here because they've only got one more game. If they lose it, it's over. You know, it's this best of 3 here in the finals. From Brazil, by the way, is the team who made it through to the winner series. So Elite 5 is going to have to beat them twice and then beat them in another series if they want to win this thing here. Scary moment. Secured by that Slowbro, and you can just see the power of Slowbro with its secure. Water Gun is such an amazing secure move. Ooh, almost able to grab that Eldegoss there too. When you have a team that wins that first Audino, especially with their all ranged, like From Brazil, you really see them push their advantage in these moments. I love this play. It's great, and if they're able to get another wild Pokemon, they just like that. Now they have a level 4 Slowbro in there way before the enemy. It's going to be hard for them to do anything and you know, fight for their farm. So do we have a level 5 Lucario? Jeez, that was fast. From Brazil, obviously doing well in both lanes here, doing very well. And here's the Slowbro. I mean, the Mime confusion is really nice, but so is that big Surf right there. And it looks like a lot of that went to From Brazil. If not all of that maybe went to From Brazil. And wow, they are really pushing onto this Dragonair, able to take it down. From Brazil dominating right now in each lane. Really solid plays in both top and bottom path. And we're just seeing how important it is to have multiple ranged characters here. So, you know, Mr. Mime is not ranged. And that seems to be one of the issues that they're having in that bottom path. And it's the reason you don't see it as much anymore is you'll often see a Slowbro who is ranged, which just means more damage all the time. Mime has to be right next to you to deal all that damage. Elite 5 pushing forward a little bit here. Yeah, and it's just Electro Balls getting thrown like crazy. Literally the second they're off cooldown, these Electro Balls are coming out. And that's, I mean, you're trying to output as much damage as possible. Look at that. Pikachu from Brazil almost going down there. Elite 5 fighting back here. I wonder if we're going to see any different builds, any different moves. I kind of doubt it, but at the same time, you know, Elite 5 did make it into that final fight quite a bit behind last time. You know, they were just off position. I wonder, though, if we had just had a crazy disconnect from their Eldegoss. It kind of felt like that. Something was happening. I don't know what it was, but something was happening there. Elite 5... fighting down here in this bottom path against From Brazil, who seems to be really controlling this lane. I mean, the Pikachu is 2 levels ahead. However, that Mr. Mime, level 7 right now, so Mr. Mime's not doing too bad. Dragonite from Brazil coming down, and you can just see it's auto-attacking, but really the whole point of that is just to build up its Hyper Beam. Here comes a big Hyper Beam, yep, from Brazil. It goes down. Immediate Unite move. They secure Dread. They get their Unite move right away, and they use it instantly to clean up this team fight. Right now, From Brazil is really crushing it in this bottom path. And it's so interesting to see Dragonite just so heavily focused in these games here, because it's kind of fallen out of favor in a lot of different builds. You know, you do see it somewhat on score comps because they use it just to try to secure things, but we've not seen as much Dragonite recently, and it's going to be interesting. I would love to see a team like this go up against a score comp team or a 1-1-3 meta team and just see if this Dragonite can compete, because obviously this is what happens in metas, right? Is we start to see teams from different regions, you know, really play against the same sort of strategy from that region. I would love to see what happens when this strategy goes up against, again, a more score-focused strategy. Wow. Wow, and here comes another Hyper Beam. Is this 4? Oh, okay, I was going to say, this is almost a 4 KO from this Dragonite. I like the focus band on these Dragonites. I think that's pretty cool. So you've lost some of the late-game scoring potential, but you have absolutely put yourself in a position to stay alive longer during these big team battles. You're not going to get KO'd as easily because you've got that focus band, and having that just means you can try to secure that objective. You just have more time to try to do it. Wow. Wow. Whoa. A lot of intense fighting there between Eldegoss and Lucario for both teams. From Brazil has a commanding lead here. They just don't want to give it up. They're obviously going to take this Dread. Elite 5 is going to need to respond or just, it looks like, decide to give it up. Yeah, they're not even gonna arrive to it. They're just going to get their own experience. They recognize this Dreadnought is going down. There's nothing they can do about it. Big Hyper Beam and it's gone. Level 13 Dragonite against level 11, and you know, the more Dreadnoughts you get, the higher even some of your support players are. Oh, look at this. A sneaky score there from Brazil. From Brazil right now, crushing this game. The first game, a lot closer. This game, wow. I mean, Elite 5 is not really competitive with From Brazil in this game. They're trying their best, but they're losing every objective. You know, they're losing every big fight. And when you're ahead in levels, if you know how to play it and you don't put yourself in a position to throw away all that advantage, yeah. Woof. We do have a KO, though. It looks like Elite 5 able to take something out from Brazil here. Are they able to get the Dragonite as well? Here we go. Dragonite could be going down in this bottom path. Eldegoss does go down. Right now, Elite 5's in... Ooh. That Hyper Beam got so close. So close to burning it down right there. It just barely missed it. Wow. It definitely gave him a haircut with a Hyper Beam right there. Just singed off a lot of that, but missed the body somehow. That could have been a huge moment for Elite 5. Already very good. They got 2 KOs in that little fight in the bottom path there. But, man. Big Unite there from Pikachu. It just recognizes that, you know, look, if it doesn't use it now, it's not going to get to use it again before... Woo! Interesting. You know, the Pikachu from Brazil getting extremely aggressive there. I love the Unite because it'll have it back by Zapdos. However, it was not able to secure that Mime. So it United, it used its eject button, and it didn't get the Mime. Unfortunate. And right now we have this Rotom going in. Elite 5 going to push this. Excuse me, From Brazil going to push this. From Brazil just kind of, again, really dominating this match right here. Lucario using Unite to save themselves. Huh. Why would you do that? That feels like a really odd Unite right there. I can't... Man, that's a weird one. I can't imagine its KO timer would be so long it wouldn't be backed by Zap. That feels like that's a borderline Unite. I will say they're winning hard, and maybe they just don't want to give any edge. But boy, that's a really tough Unite. You're not going to have it for Zap here. So, I don't know. We'll see if that was worth it. They are so far ahead, however. Oh, this Mime is caught out in such a bad position. Look at this. Extreme speed. Elite 5, just all of them walking through this main path here. Man, this is bad for Elite 5. From Brazil is just going to be able to clean this up right now. They are chasing down the Dragonite from Elite 5. From Brazil, way ahead. Following up. Wow. Going for the KO here. I'm kind of shocked. We have a score there from Elite 5, but 3 members of Elite 5 are down, and this just feels like it's time to take Zapdos right here. Yeah. Not able to do anything with that Lucario. Pikachu, nowhere near this. It goes down. It throws its Electro Ball way too late from Brazil. Big fight there. And that was pretty chaotic, I got to say, right there at the end. It was really tough positioning from Elite 5. They just all walked through this middle corridor, and it was a corridor of death. I don't know if this is in an anime, but there's got to be an anime where there's a corridor of death. And whatever anime that is, that's what just happened right there to Elite 5. We saw the spin. They just GG'd right there. That is the end. From Brazil takes this. And this second game, extremely dominant performance from Brazil. I got to say, Elite 5 played such a strong game 1. And it was really anyone's game to win. However, this match never seemed like it was too close. It really didn't feel like this match was very close here. You know, some scores going in. People are kind of messing around and having fun. But from Brazil, I did hear that they were the winners of this tournament. And you can see it right here. This is pretty funny. This is pretty funny. From Brazil, wins the Latin America finals for the February Pokemon Unite Championship Series. I can't wait to see what happens next month. I can't wait to see if teams are able to counter some of the things we've seen right here. But yeah, that was a dominant performance from Brazil. And I guess this is what we're seeing a lot when I hear about this Brazilian meta. The big thing I'm seeing is Dragonite. Dragonite. It's just really, really big Dragonite. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. More Pokemon Unite cool stuff coming soon. I love you all very much.